G'day guys, so I'm back here again. I'm going to be translating a few more news clips that are from the Philippines about Vitaly and his ongoing case in the Philippines. So let's get on to it.
Ang tao ay ginagalang. Hindi natin ginagamit yan na pagtawanan para.
So humans are to be respected and they're not to be made into something that they can earn money from.
Ito kay Vitaly ay magba-vlog siya ng kapas.
Yeah, so Vitaly, what he's doing is he's vlogging.
Magba-vlog siya ng.
He's vlogging basically just inappropriate things. Harassment.
Kuha siya ng maraming views.
He gets a lot of views.
Pagkakitaan niya.
And he basically just earns money.
Ayun ang pinakamasakit yan.
That's and what hurts the most.
Niloloko tayo.
Is we're being kind of like duped, or
para pagkakitaan.
Yeah, we're basically duped into him earning money, and for us to be just the kind of cash cow.
Gamit ang social media.
Through social media.
Magtatagal pa sa Pilipinas ang
So Vitaly is going to stay longer in the Philippines.
Russian-American vlogger na si Vitaly Zdorovetskiy. Ayon kay Department of Interior and
so according to this guy, Remulla,
Local Government Secretary John Vic Remulla, dapat na panagutan muna ni Zdorovetskiy.
So he needs to basically face all his charges.
Ang ginawang pamamahiya sa ilang
and the things that he's done to basically humiliate the people.
Pamamayan sa bansa bago ito i-deport ng Bureau of Immigration.
Before he gets deported.
Napakita natin na mga katulad na tao na katulad na Vitaly.
So we need to show him that
kailangan pagbayaran ang ginagawa niya dito.
That he needs to pay for all the things that he's done.
Duduhin ko, natatapusin natin to, hilitis natin to, at hanggang walang verdict laban sa kanya, eh hindi siya ma-deport.
Yeah, so he basically just needs to face all his charges before he gets deported.
Dito lang siya sa Pilipinas.
Sinabi pa ni Secretary Remulla, hindi bibigyan ng special treatment.
So he will not be given, I think it's all in English.
Si Zdorovetskiy sa Bureau of Immigration Detention Facility.
Idadaan po sa tamang proseso at
So he will go through the proper processes.
Request at pag-charge sa kanya
and
at ano ang kinakain ng regular.
So whatever all the other prisoners eat, he will also eat.
Inmate ay siya rin kakainin.
All the other inmates.
May babala pa si Secretary Remulla sa mga vlogger na mayroon.
So Remulla is also saying the secretary. He's also warning other vloggers
Ang kaparehong content
who do the same content as
kay Zdorovetskiy.
People have to take responsibility for the content they create. It is not
so people need to take responsibility for, I think it's all in English.
A license to shame or to hurt or to besmirch anyone. A vlog on social media. A vlog besmirch anyone. Or to hurt or to besmirch anyone. A vlog
to besmirch anyone.
On social media ay may kakibat na responsable.
Yeah, so when we're on social media, we do have the proper responsibility.
Kasama sa kanilang pag-post.
So alongside with us, whatever we're posting, we need to be responsible and accountable for it.
Babala na rin sa lahat.
So that becomes a warning to everyone, not just him.
Yung pagkakitaan ng katarantaduhan nyo, handa kayo dapat pagbayaran.
So if you're willing to make money out of humiliating people, you need to be ready of the consequences.
Imumungkahi ng kalihim sa mga mambabatas na pala.
So they will, I think, levy it up to the higher court.
Kasin pa ang kasong libel sa bansa.
That he could be accused, he could be alleged with more cases like libel.
Dapat yan ng cyber libel crime natin na i-modify.
Cyber libel crime. So I think there's this legislation within the Philippines. I'm not too sure if it's also in other countries, but cyber libel is a massive thing that you're basically kind of defacing people on the internet, and it's this whole other thing that's just opening a can of worms for them basically.
Sa mga lawmakers to, nasusunod na kongreso, suggest namin sa mga lawmakers to,
pang kasong libel sa bansa.
Dapat yan ng cyber libel crime natin na i-modify pa. Suggest namin sa mga lawmakers to, nasusunod na kongreso, kung pwedeng ihigpitan pa nila ang batas laban dito.
So he's basically saying that he will levy it up to the higher court, that they can basically make the things a lot more strict so that they could basically get the cyber libel case to be very strong against
at hindi liberal masyado, hindi conservative masyado.
yeah, so that people don't really exploit it too much, because I think at the moment it's very loose, and with that being said, that causes a lot of vloggers like Vitaly to just kind of like not care too much because it's not as specific.
Interpretation at the expense
Yeah, so
of
it's up
others,
for interpretation basically.
at the expense of Filipinos, at the expense of everyone's dignity. Ay pinagkakitaan nila. Ay dapat
Yeah, so basically just getting you earning money from everyone's expense.
pagbutan naman nila.
Nahaharap sa reklamong unjust vexation,
So he's facing unjust vexation.
theft at attempted theft ang dayuhang vlogger matapos namang haras ng ilang Pilipino
So after harassing Filipinos.
at kinuha ng video para gawing content sa vlog nito.
basically just using
Leia
it as a content
Ilagan,
in the
UNTV, News and Rescue. Diyos ang aming sandigan.
So that's now the tagline. So God is our, I think
Serbisyo publiko.
God is our sandigan. Like we can rely on God and
Ang aming pinahahalagahan.
service that we provide. So that's one there. Let's also translate this one here.
Nahaharap sa patong-patong na reklamo ang isang dayuhang vlogger.
So he's facing lots of charges. A Russian vlogger is basically facing a lot of charges.
Kasunod ng umano'y mga panggugulo niya
So after he has caused a lot of ruckus or a lot of basically just chaos
at pambabastos pa
and harassment
sa ilang Pinoy
to a few Filipinos.
for the content.
For the
Nakatutok si Chino Gaston.
So now this reporter Gaston is basically.
I have a question for you.
Nanguha ng sombrero ng isang gwardiya.
So he's getting the cap of the security guard. That's what the reporter just said.
I have a question for you.
At akmang tatangay ng motorsiklo ng isang enforcer.
So he's also stealing, or not really stealing, but like he's taking an enforcer's motorbike.
Oh, kuya.
And the guy's saying, catch him,
Lihin mo.
catch him.
Lihin mo yan.
Ilan lang yan sa mga sunod-sunod na
So these are just a few
panggugulo na binidyohan
of the chaos that Vitaly actually caused.
at in-upload pa ng isang dayuhan sa isang commercial at business district sa Taguig.
Yeah, and uploaded, basically even stole a fan from a restaurant or business district in Taguig, which is the place that they're in. So Taguig is basically the bigger area. BGC is basically Bonifacio Global City is in Taguig. So it's like an area within that place, which is Taguig.
Sa content pala talaga ito at gawain na ng Russian vlogger na si Vitaly. For the content pala talaga ito at gawain
Like this is all for the content.
na ng Russian vlogger na si Vitaly Zdorovetskiy. Sa shoot nga nito sa Boracay Island,
So his shoot, or basically this video in Boracay,
pinagmumura pa niya ang ilang empleyado ng
he's even cussing out or just cussing out.
sports facility nang payuhan siyang magsuot ng helmet.
So he's cussing out the sports instructor when he was told to wear a helmet.
He's not joking. He's the driver.
Inaresto na ang Russian vlogger.
So now
Bunsod
finally-
ng reklamo ng isang gwardyang pinagkatuwaan niya sa Taguig.
So with his by his security guard that he was like playing around in Taguig.
Russian vlogger, bunsod ng reklamo ng isang gwardyang
Oh, because of the complaint by the security guard in Taguig.
pinagkatuwaan niya sa Taguig.
You have the right to remain silent.
Sinampahan siya ng reklamong theft,
So he is alleged or basically accused of theft,
unjust vexation,
Unjust
alarm and
vexation,
scandal, at
alarm.
violation ng anti-cybercrime law sa Taguig City Prosecutor's
One of the
Office.
cyber libel.
Nagkaroon ng theft dahil ninakaw yung
So because there was theft is because he stole this guy's cap, sombrero, his cap.
sombrero ng guard.
Guard.
Tapos yung dahil
And then because he also posted this one on the internet, this becomes a cybercrime. Then This one is also, I think he is, Inasar is basically harassing the guard.
Post siya, kaya nagkaroon ng cybercrime.
Opo.
Then, ito, yung mga guard, parang inaasar niya eh. Meron na mga alarm scandal.
So there's very alarm and scandal, and it also created that chaos in the public place and basically distraction.
Ng ano doon. Ano sa the public place.
So ano doon is basically just he couldn't say the word, but it basically means that, yeah, he's just causing a lot.
Disruption of public order.
Pero hanggang nang arestuhin ay tila
But as even though when he was arrested,
walang ipinapakitang
he's just showing no remorse.
pagsisisi ang vlogger ayon sa Bureau of
Yeah, so he's not really showing any remorse, no regrets.
Immigration. Nang ilipat siya sa kanilang detention facility ay
When he was transported to the detention facility,
umaakto pa itong manghalik sa direksyon ng
so he
kamera
was even
at
like just, blowing kisses and just being all silly about it.
panay ang ngiti.
Anything you say can be used against you.
Bagamat haharap din sa deportation proceedings, hindi
So he will also face deportation proceedings, but
muna siya pauuwiin
I don't think he's going to go home yet
hanggang nadedesisyonan ang reklamong isinampal
until there is a decision made for all the complaints against him,
laban sa kanya o kung aabot ito sa kaso.
or if it would even, get up to the case.
Kung siya po ay mapatunayan na meron
So if he is proven to be guilty
siyang mga kasalanan dito sa
of all the things that he's done in the Philippines, I mean, he's got the evidence himself.
bansa sa ating mga local courts at siya po ay sintensyahan ng local
And if he is going to be sentenced
courts ng pagkakakulong, kailangan
of being to be put in prison,
tapusin niya po muna yung
so he needs to render the time.
sentensya niya dito sa Pilipinas sa
He needs to render all the sentencing in Philippines before he gets deported.
ating mga local jails before we can implement the deportation.
Yeah, before it's all implemented. So
Ang deportation naman ay halos tiyak na dahil sa paglabag
it's definitely imminent that he's going to be deported. But I think before he gets deported,
ng mga panuntunan ng Bureau of Immigration para
so he needs to face all the charges that he broke by the Department of Tourism.
sa mga foreigner.
Nakita natin yung mga acts niya doon sa mga pinost niya sa social
So we can see all the acts that he's done on social media.
media ay talagang disruptive at hindi kumbaga katanggap-tanggap sa ating
And is not acceptable.
society. Kaya ito po lahat ng checklists, kumbaga tick box for being an undesirable alien.
He's ticked all the boxes for being an
Chinikan na niya.
undesirable alien.
Ng pahayag, pinasalamatan ng Department of Tourism ang mga law enforcement agencies at BI sa kanilang mabilis na aksyon laban sa vlogger.
Yeah, so I think there was just a good praise to the departments and the areas that basically had a swift response to the stuff that Vitaly's doing.
Nakuha ng impormasyon ng BI na naaresto na rin sa ibang
And for them to be able to just get the right information so that they can arrest Vitaly
bansa ang vlogger dahil sa mga kaparehong panggugulo
because of all the similar things that he's done.
at pang-aasar.
I have a question for you.
Para sa GMA Integrated News, Chino
For GMA News,
Gasto nakatutok,
Gino
24
Gasto.
oras.
Yeah. So that's that one. And I'll also just translate this one last one, which is an interview between Romulia, who is the secretary that I think sentence or is going to be, I think in that video with Vitaly, that he was like reading all the alleged accusations against Vitaly.
Now, the Russian vlogger, what is the plan for the Russian vlogger who was apparently, as reporters have written, smug even after his arrest? Right? So pag-usapan natin itong Russian vlogger na ito.
Let's talk about Russian vlogger.
Baka gimmick po, alam mo kasi sa YouTube.
So he's full of gimmicks because on YouTube,
It's quite unpleasant. But maraming vloggers who do that
but lots of vloggers do that
for show, right?
show.
For clout. For clout, for show.
clout. Oh, he knows clout down.
What did he violate? Because clearly he's been doing this all over different areas already, maybe different countries.
Well, there was vandalism,
Yep, English.
there was unjust vexation, There was burglary. There was video camming someone
Video camming, or basically just videoing someone.
without their consent.
Yeah.
See?
And a host of other things. There was theft.
And a
He
lot
stole
of
an electric fan from a restaurant and tried to make a show of it. He stole a motorcycle from a
Stole quite a
patrolman of BGC and tried to ride it around BGC. He had unjust vexation towards a trainer of a surfboard
Unjust
trainer
vexation
in
towards
Boracay
the trainer.
and started to make a fool of himself. Yes, he has I think 30 videos in the Philippines. All that making a fool of Filipinos.
Oh, wow.
He's-
Okay, 30 videos.
40
And lumabas sa video nung
So it's come out in the videos
binabasahan siya ng Miranda rights.
that he was being read the Miranda rights.
Nagkikiss pa siya,
He
nagfa-flying
is
kiss.
kissing
So clearly,
the camera.
it's for his YouTube, no? To
So
get
it is
more
for his
views.
For the views.
But what
That's right.
happens to him now?
Kasi
Is-
nangyayari dati,
So what happens before
tuwing ginaganyan siya sa ibang bansa,
when when he's doing that in other countries,
i-deport lang siya.
he basically just gets deported.
Oo.
I-deport siya, so tapos na. So,
Yeah, so basically, whenever he does it in other countries, he just gets deported, and that's it.
mission done. Bye-bye Philippines.
Yeah, bye bye Philippines. So,
Kala niya, ganun na lang. Kasi siyempre, hindi kami pumayag.
so basically, what he's saying now is, so right, of course, we didn't allow him to just do that.
Pwede ba namang babay na lang?
Can it just be goodbye?
Ganun na lang, ginagawa ng mga Pilipino. Tapos
Yeah.
ganun.
So can it just be goodbye, and then you basically made like he basically harassed a lot of Filipinos, and that's it.
Na lang.
Oo.
So napag-desisyon na namin, kakasuhan namin.
So they decided to actually file cases against them.
Tama. So pwede ba siyang
So correct, she said correct.
makulong? Sa
So is it right that he's going to face these charges and going to be put in prison?
mga pinagagawa niya, makulong?
Yeah, so is he going to be thrown into jail?
Opo.
Yes.
His case
And he's saying yes. Oppo is yes in the formal form.
is now, I think there are 5 cases filed.
So there are 5 cases.
All of them are bailable. However,
All cases are all the 5 cases are bailable. However,
upon rules of the Bureau of Immigration, if he is
the rules.
an undesirable alien, the Bureau of Immigration has a right to detain him in the process
Ooh.
of his hearing.
So I think that's all.
So pwede siyang magdusa sa kulungan.
So is he able to suffer in prison?
Hindi siya makaka-vlog.
So he won't be able to vlog.
Diba? Wala
Yes,
siyang ilalabas. Di na niya yan uulitin.
Yeah, so he won't be able to do it again.
He has no access to a cell phone. He has an access only to a cell phone to contact family or attorney. He's not allowed to vlog about anything which goes on inside the detention facility. He will live on the national stipend of 3
So stipend is basically an allowance that is given to all the prisons, and it's very low.
meals at 70 pesos of 3 meals
So he is given 3 meals,
at 70 pesos a
70
day.
pesos, which is basically just like $1 something US, $1-ish, maybe like $10, $20.
That's for all 3 meals.
So that's for all 3 meals. Wow.
He will not get special treatment. He will live in a common
So no special treatment.
cell, walang air conditioner.
No air conditioner. So walang means there will be no air conditioner.
Basta kulong siya habang naghihiring siya.
So he will be suffering until his hearing.
Walang air conditioner. Basta kulong siya habang
Yeah, so he will be in prison until his hearing.
naghihiring siya. And I think that hearing the civil trial, I don't know, it's civil criminal, maybe it's criminal, it'll maybe last 2 to 3 years.
So it usually lasts for 2 to 3 years.
Then the minimum charge I think will be 5 years
5 years.
per guilty verdict.
So each guilty verdict is 5 years. Wow.
So pwede siyang nakadetain
So he can be detained. That's what she's saying.
ng 2 to 3 years.
Of two, yeah, basically of that length of time, 2 to 3 years.
For the hearing pa lang yan.
Oo,
Just for the hearing. So he's saying that it's just for the hearing. He needs to wait for 2 to 3 years.
hearing pa lang yun. Pero so it means it's clear he will not be deported just like
So it is clear that he will not be deported.
that.
Oh no, hindi talagang we made a conscious decision not to have him
So they made the conscious decision not to deport him and really to detain him until his hearing.
deported. Ito, pagkatapos ng pagkatuwaan,
So after you made fun of
niloloko mo na Pilipino,
of all the Filipinos, and you even
pinagkatuwaan mo pa Pilipino,
made an embarrassment of all the basically just mocking,
pinatahiya mo Pilipino, pinagkakitaan mo pa
and
Pilipino,
even earning from all of this,
tapos babay na lang,
and
walang
then it's just goodbye from there. No.
ganoon, di ba?
Yes.
Fair is fair.
Oo. And not only that, he may just move to another Asian country and do the same,
Yes. She's
right? For his content. Okay, so that's one. That's clear. So I want to move on now to another issue, which is you said you're leaving for Washington, D.C. to prepare for the president's visit. Can you give us a bit of details? I mean, we will be interviewing for sure also the U.S. ambassador, the Philippine ambassador to the U.S. on this. But is this a courtesy visit? It's not a state visit, I'm assuming.
Again, it's a possible visit.
Okay,
Right?
a possible
So
visit.
there's nothing in the air yet, but there's a possible visit.
So I think it's all in English. So
As far as I know, there are 50 heads of state who are in line.
Okay.
So we will see where we fit.
And with a possible
it's just she's just
visit, what are you aiming for? Is it within the year or next year?
Yeah, that's why I have to go there. There are 50 heads of state waiting in line. And so there'll be a lot of negotiations back and forth on what might happen.
Okay, all right. Anything else, Secretary, that you would like to announce before we go, before you leave?
Nothing much. Manalig kayo na si Vitaly
So trust that Vitaly
ay makukulong,
is going to be in prison
siya ay
and justice will be served.
makakamit. Hindi niyo na po pwedeng ulitin yan. At
So he won't be able to do this again.
babala na rin sa lahat ng mga
This is also a warning to all.
You won.
nang gusto na naman loko rito. May
To anyone who plans on doing the same thing.
paglalagyan kayo sa gagawin.
So there will be a place for you.
Yeah.
On that note, thank you
There you
so much, DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla, for joining us today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Karen.
There you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Please let me know if you guys want any other videos translated. I don't mind doing longer videos, but hopefully this was basically just a good info for you guys, especially to the ones that don't speak Filipino. Thanks guys, bye bye.